Okay, this is our first power up of the gimbal device, gyroscopes. So they all fire. And they're all turning.
That looks crazy when that turned on. Probably your accurate reading there. That could be.
Yeah, I'm getting 20,000 on all of them.
Yeah.
Except for
having a little trouble.
around 20,000 RPM.
Yeah, they're pretty close to each other.
Right now we're going to try the swimming gyroscope, and this thing sounds really cool when you power it up.
Yeah, let's turn some more shit on. I want to see this. This is great.
Here you can hear the gyroscope slowly turning on. We had to put a row of resistors in there because they were turning on too violently when we just powered them up straight. So now it's running through the row of resistors. When I turn the resistors off by shorting out the circuit, you're going to hear them go into high gear. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to power on the remote control. And now we're going to go power on the servos. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Just stabilize the device. Like I mentioned earlier, this device is not very stable. The gyroscopes are being held by these tiny little servos, which are not adequate. We will try it regardless.
Yeah, I can see a lot of instability in those motor mounts and the servo mounts. Oh, that was a little hyperextended there. You got some collision going on there.
A lot of shaking going on here.
Again, we need to eliminate that static friction point there to make sure it's not just pushing off of that as a pivot point. Because any kind of place in the system where you can have a buildup of static friction, and then a sudden release of static friction will create a push point where you can push off of.
Stabilize it a little bit.
But this is interesting because it has turned. It has rotated about 40 degrees so far. There, it just rotated backwards, and now it's also colliding with the pin in the center. I think they need to be mounted.
They need to be mounted differently, yeah.
So we'll have to.
This is a work in progress. I wasn't really expecting
rework on that one, but yeah, that's cool that you set that up. That was cool. People want to see stuff like this. They want to see us working on it, at least building it. I mean, at least we know what's wrong and some of the design flaws in the system. If anyone has any recommendations, draw us a sketch and send it to thealienscientist@gmail.com. Thank you.
It is kind of working. Look at that. It depends on how I pulse it.
Is that actually doing it?
It's actually working. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
It depends on how you pulse it.
It kind of is working, isn't it? It does actually look like it's working. That's weird. I wonder if it is.
All right, now it's working.
I know how tight that torsion pendulum is. If it's actually pushing past that, that's pretty good.
You want to try it?
This is why, I
I was just using the right control.
My physics theory,
Move them together.
So the goal is to move it really quickly in one direction, and then move it slowly back in the next.
Stop that.
We have some kind of experiment.
So the full movement is down to the bottom.
So
Okay.
interesting. We're gonna have to,
It almost seems
again,
like it works, doesn't it?
it almost seems like it works, doesn't it? This is very
I'm
interesting.
telling you, man, I'll just die if it's
You can't do that, you
gyroscopic
can't do that.
propulsion.
It's not strong
that
enough,
ends
it's
up
gonna
getting
break.
us there. If it's servo propulsion,
Yeah, it's just gyros, but the best way to do it is with the TR3B.
Looking for resonance.
A torus full of rotating mercury
You just gotta
plasma.
move them together. That's
Right?
the point.
Jesus.
I want to produce a resonance.
Could you imagine?
I hope it's not something that simple. I don't know, man. I really want field propulsion. I want field propulsion with no moving parts. That's the ultimate goal.
You know, that goes against all the stuff that I think it
Now
is.
check this out. It is working. Tom here is at the controls. He's trying to use just one gyro to make a to get it in resonance with the device. I don't know if that's actually field propulsion if you're going in resonance with the entire setup. But we are getting.
Wow,
it
he's
spin around.
nudging it forward and inching it forward.
Just one gyro is being controlled right now. Tom, what method are you using to control the
Trial and error. Trying
It's
to
just-
produce a torsional moment in the entire system. I assume that's
All right, keep on doing what you're doing, Tom.
I can see what he's doing. He's timing the pulses with the frequency and the pulse. of
We
the
just
system.
killed its forward momentum. If he can get that thing going again in the same direction, it's very impressive.
So we just killed its forward momentum. So if he can get it going forward again in the same direction, then we'll be impressed. So I just want to show real quick to.
moving in the other direction now?
It should be possible to move it equally well in either direction depending on the speed change between the forward and the reverse stroke.
It's designed to be moved diagonally.
So Tom's sitting here with the
No,
controller.
the other
Why don't you
diagonal.
hold the controller up a little bit
This
higher.
diagonal.
Just so, yeah, right there. There. That way people can see your control. We got the servo motors in the device up there hooked up to a RC.
Okay, so this is how it's designed to work. It's designed to be ran like that. We might have some. This gyro looks like it's about to fall off.
That doesn't sound good.
No. Again, we are running into some technical difficulties over here.
Can we postpone this one? Let's try. To get
Yeah, I think I'm
something
going to
else,
power this one down.
Let's power this one down. This was I want to get this set up with a
Tom
little bit
broke it.
better motors there, a little bit better coordination on the and maybe a little bit bigger spacing so they're not hitting each other too, I don't know, or something.
Yeah, we definitely need to rethink this experiment. We actually have parts coming in tomorrow, stronger servos, and we picked up some aluminum bracket that we're going to be using to attach to the gyroscopes instead of these little spindly arms that it came with. They're not sufficiently strong enough to hold the device, but we have seen some movement over here, so it is very promising.
Damn it, Mark,
we're
I
gonna
told
be-
you not to give me the controls.
We're going to be going forward. We're going to be moving forward on this
Great,
experiment for sure.
Right.
Kind of sounds like a UFO now,
Right.
like a flying saucer. So
Well, you got the sound right anyway. Now you just need, the anti-gravity part.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. There. We're going to test the Vimana craft prototype B. Now we're going to power it all up. Gyroscopes are spinning. Now as they come up to speed, the voltage in the system should rise because the current will drop. Right now it's going through these resistors. And soon we'll get the servo action going. Servo system.
Those gyros sound like they're really in sync. That's excellent.
Lots of shaking going on there. I'll try a different movement. It's definitely wobbling around a lot. The whole pendulum is swinging. What other movements can we try? I was able to turn the whole thing around just by oscillating one of them. I should oscillate both of them. I think the right one moves faster than the left one.
Well, that's no good.
I'm going to move them back straight at the same time. Let's see which one gets there first.
Looks like they're doing pretty much the same thing to me. Yeah, we could be just sticking on the bearing, and we probably are. But
Anyways, how do you think, guys?
There's something there, right?
yeah, well, I mean, take a look. Here we go. I mean,
I felt like there's something there.
well,
too.
here's the motion, so it's really straightforward, and it's just on the one axis.
Sounds like bagpipe music.
I see.
Forward, fast,
There's a
back,
natural
slow.
oscillation too that's also trying to correct the servos.
Interesting. It is kind of like rotating around a little bit, pushing it a little bit, man, you know? So if this is the kind of motion that we need to do, and we can do it with these like two little gyros, and it's propelling this thing a little bit, right? Now imagine if we took this same kind of motional effect and we started doing it to all the little spin orbits of these electrons or atoms in the surface of our spin coating, our smart skin, right? So we had a smart skin full of all these sort of atomic gyros acting as the surface mediator for this, you know, assuming that gravity and these interactions are a surface phenomenon. And then we have all these sort of electrons or these surface particles moving in this sort of coordinated motion.
Program it a little more.
We could, like, maybe it would be a much more efficient way to atomically paddle through space-time, you know? Whoa, we're starting to,
Yeah, it
likes to really tilt,
balance
doesn't
and
it?
stuff, man.
This is
Anyways,
setup. We gotta
this is really cool. I want to break this down because I want to get